You ask your child to clean up their toys. Silence. You ask again, a little louder. They look right through you and keep playing. Finally, you say, "I mean it. Right now." And they sigh. "Okay, in a minute." But that minute never comes. Does this sound familiar? You wanted to be the cool, understanding parent, the one who is also their best friend. But now you're asking yourself, why won't my child listen to me? Have I lost all control? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to regain your parental authority without yelling, threats, or punishments. And we will uncover the one single mistake that millions of loving parents make, which accidentally teaches their kids to disrespect them. So stay with me. First, I want you to take a deep breath and let go of any guilt you might be feeling. The desire to be your child's friend comes from a place of pure love. You want a better relationship than you had with your own parents. You want to break cycles of fear-based parenting. That is a wonderful, noble goal. But here's what decades of child psychology have taught us. Children don't need another friend. They are experts at making friends. What they desperately need from you, their parent, is a calm, confident leader, a guide. Their brains are still developing. They are not equipped to handle the emotional burden of being your equal. When they don't have a clear leader setting the boundaries, they feel anxious and unsafe. That anxiety often comes out as defiance, tantrums, or completely ignoring you. They are not being bad. They are subconsciously screaming, "Is anyone in charge here?" Your job is to lovingly and firmly show them that, yes, you are. Our first step is to understand the friend trap. There's a huge difference between being a friendly parent and being a parent who acts like a friend. A friendly parent is warm, loving, and respectful. You listen to your child's feelings, you laugh with them, you share jokes. This is beautiful and necessary. But a parent as a friend prioritizes being liked over being respected. They avoid saying no because they don't want to upset their child. They share inappropriate adult problems. They negotiate every single rule as if their child were a roommate. This blurs the lines of authority. The child starts to see the parent as an equal, someone whose opinion is just one of many. And if you're just an equal, why should they listen to you when they disagree? This is the core of the problem. Your role is not to be popular, it is to lead. Now let's talk about how to make that shift. The second and most critical step is to redefine your role. I want you to replace the word friend in your mind with the word guide. Think of yourself as a seasoned mountain guide leading a novice hiker. The guide is kind, encouraging, and supportive. But the guide is also in charge. The guide knows the map, sees the dangers ahead, and sets the pace for safety. The guide doesn't ask the hiker, "So, do you think we should turn left here or climb up this dangerous cliff?" That would be irresponsible. The guide says with calm confidence, "We are going this way. Stay behind me. It is the safest path." This mental shift is everything. Your job is not to enforce your will through power, but to guide your child through life with wisdom. When you see yourself as a guide, setting boundaries becomes an act of love, not an act of control. It's not about being a boss, it's about being their safe harbor in the storm of growing up. A guide must know how to use the most powerful tool of leadership, the word no. Many parents in the friend trap are terrified of this word. They fear it will create distance or make their child unhappy. But the opposite is true. A clear, firm, and loving no is one of the most comforting sounds for a child. It tells them the walls of their world are strong and secure. It protects them. The key is in the delivery. It should be calm, empathetic, and non-negotiable. For example, your child wants another cookie before dinner. Instead of a long explanation, try this. Kneel down to their level, make eye contact, and say kindly, "I know you really want another cookie, and they are so yummy. but the answer is no. Dinner is in 20 minutes. Don't get angry. Don't negotiate. Just state the boundary with empathy. You acknowledge their desire, but you hold the line. This builds respect far more than giving in ever will. This brings us to our fourth point. Stop over-explaining and negotiating. When your child questions your no, do you find yourself launching into a 10-minute lecture on nutrition, tooth decay, and the importance of a balanced meal? This is a classic friend behavior. You are trying to convince them to agree with you, as if they were your equal. A guide does not need to justify every decision to the hiker. Over-explaining actually weakens your authority. It signals to your child that your decision is up for debate. Once you have given a simple, one-sentence reason, the discussion is over. If they persist, you need a script to shut it down gently. Try this phrase: "I have already made my decision. This is not up for discussion right now." Or simply, "asked and answered." Repeat it calmly, like a broken record, without getting emotional. They will quickly learn that your decision is final and that arguing is pointless. Our fifth principle is the power of consistency, especially through routines and household rules. In a well-led home, the routine is the boss, not you. This removes the personal power struggle. It's not, "Mommy wants you to go to bed." It's 8 o'clock, that's bedtime. The clock becomes the authority. Work with your child to create visual charts for morning and evening routines. This gives them a sense of control and ownership. The rules are clear, predictable, and they apply to everyone. When a rule is broken, the consequence is also predictable. This consistency is the foundation of a child's sense of security. They know what to expect. They know where the boundaries are. An inconsistent leader is a confusing leader, and a confusing leader creates anxious, testing behavior. So write down your top 3 non-negotiable house rules and stick to them every single day. Number 6 is a game changer. Let them face natural consequences. A parent as a friend often swoops in to rescue their child from any and all discomfort. They bring the forgotten homework to school. They pay for the toy their child broke. This teaches the child that their actions have no real impact. A loving guide, however, understands that some of life's best lessons are learned through experience. Natural consequences are outcomes that happen without your intervention. For example, if your child refuses to wear a jacket on a chilly day, don't argue. Just say, "Okay, but please bring it with you in case you change your mind." When they feel cold 5 minutes later, they learn the lesson better than any lecture could teach. A logical consequence is one you create. For example, if you don't put your dirty clothes in the hamper, they won't get washed in time for the soccer game. Then you must follow through. It's not punishment, it's reality. Our 7th tool is a powerful communication shift. Move from using accusatory you statements to empathetic I statements. You statements immediately put a child on the defensive. Think about it. You never listen. You always leave your mess everywhere. This invites a fight. The child's brain shuts down and prepares to argue. An I statement, on the other hand, expresses your feeling and your need without blame. It invites cooperation. Instead of, "You need to clean up your toys now," try this: "I feel worried when I see toys all over the floor because someone might trip. I need your help to make the room safe by putting them in the box." Instead of, "You are being too loud," try, "I am having trouble hearing my phone call because of the noise level. I need you to use a quieter voice for 5 minutes. This is respectful, clear, and models emotional intelligence for your child. Number 8 is perhaps the most difficult, but also the most crucial. You must follow through every single time. Your words must have weight. If you tell your child, "If you hit your brother again, we are leaving the park," you absolutely must be ready to pack up and leave the second it happens again. Even if you just got there, even if they scream and cry, if you don't, you have taught them something very dangerous, that your words are empty. You have just surrendered all of your authority. The first few times you follow through on a consequence will be hard. Your child will test you to see if you are serious this time. But once they learn that your yes means yes and your no means no, the testing will dramatically decrease. They will feel more secure knowing that you are a reliable and trustworthy leader. Your word is your bond. Protect it at all costs. Now you might be thinking, this all sounds so strict. What about the fun, the connection? This leads us to our 9th point. You must schedule dedicated quality connection time. Being a guide does not mean being a drill sergeant. It means understanding that there are different modes of interaction. There is leadership mode, when you are setting rules and directing traffic. And there is connection mode, where your only job is to delight in your child. Put away your phone, get on the floor, and enter their world for 15 to 20 minutes a day. Let them lead the play. Build the Lego tower, have the tea party. Be silly. This focused one-on-one time fills their emotional cup. It reassures them that even though you are the one in charge, you are also their biggest fan. It strengthens your bond, which makes them more willing to follow your lead during those other, more challenging moments. Finally, we come to the 10th and most profound tool for building authority. You must model the respect you want to see. Your children are watching you constantly. They hear how you speak to your partner. They see how you treat the cashier at the grocery store. They observe how you talk about yourself. If you want them to respect you, you must live as a respectable person. Do you apologize when you make a mistake? Do you speak to them with the same courtesy you would offer a guest in your home? Do you follow through on your own promises? Authority isn't something you demand. It's something you earn through your character and your actions. You are their primary model for how to be a human in this world. When you act with integrity, kindness, and self-respect, you are building a foundation of authority that no amount of yelling or punishment could ever achieve. Be the person you want your child to become. So let's bring this all together. It is not your job to be your child's friend. It is your job to be their loving, confident, and consistent guide. You can be warm, you can be fun, you can be their softest place to land, all while holding the boundaries that make them feel safe and respected. This shift is not about becoming a dictator. It's about becoming the anchor your child needs to navigate the world. I know you can do this. You are a good parent who is trying your best, and that is what matters most. You've got this. If this video gave you a new perspective, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next one. And for the comments today, I have a question. What is the #1 boundary you struggle to enforce with your child? Share below. I read every single response.